Olympics or bus brings you to?
Barcelona. I'm gonna be on dad duty. We have La Sagrada Familia. We have to go to Montjuic. We have to come all the way back, take a disco nap, and then we have to go to the gay circuit party. There's a lot of pocket. Vamos, do that, blah, blah, blah. Then go here. And if you, Jordan, want to go there, or we can all, it's pretty fucking cool. And if you guys want to go back, we're going to go up to Montjuic, and we can, find our way up, and then you guys can come back down. Also, this is the Royal Palace of Spain. And
we made it, Barcelona. There's all sorts of like representations of the rings already.
So we're here in Barcelona, site of the 1992 Summer Olympics, which is my personal favorite, as it was my first Olympics growing up. What's really interesting about Barcelona is you'll notice old mixed with new. A lot of the infrastructure in Barcelona was initially made during the Franco years. So what the 92 Games offered was a revitalization of not only the coastline, which was heavily industrialized, but also the cultural center. And we're going to see a lot of that here in Barcelona. Barcelona, site of the 1992 Summer Olympic Games.
However, these are, you did say a representation of the rings, which is all I actually said.
It's Olympic themed installation art.
Okay, Olympic themed installation art. One more.
Like this eye shot.
Got it.
And then we'll do like Barcelona vault.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna, we'll see how this
and then
works.
We'll swap. Okay, go.
Vault 2. Crowd goes wild. For the record, that was neither a pole vault or a long jump, but win in Barcelona.
It's hard to do it without a pole. You made it. We're just doing some pole vaults and gymnastics beams.
So this is the, this is used to be all docklands that were just like shit. And then this is like Pico now. And so that's a big Calatrava. It's like a fish. And this is the Olympic Village all around there. So they had like a lot of like rowing and all that shit on that side. So they have two main zones. It's a spire. We're building a spire for all 12 apostles.
OOB at the Sagrada Familia, Barcelona.
Hey, stuck landing.
Choreography. We have reached the train stop for Montjuic, also known as...
Just warming up my beam routine.
Also known as Mountain of Jews.
Montjuic.
And here's Cameron Diaz here to welcome us. I'm
volunteer.
picturing right now the influx, like all of the people who would take this very train, I assume, to get here for the games is probably like...
Bella Curley probably took this. I mean,
where is he? Bella Cam. We'll video shop him in.
So we're at the funicular, and we're gonna go up here. Oh, it's coming soon, so we gotta go.
Go. Let's run it like Evelyn Ashford. Look where we are. We just got to the official pool from the 92 Olympics. Where was the temp seating?
Well, the seating went all the way up.
Oh, on that side too? So it kind of killed the view. Look at that view. There's where we just were.
This is where this is Piscinis, the pool where they had diving, water polo, synchronized swimming during the 92 Games. And this is also Olympic history when Fu Ming Sha of China won the first of her gold medals at the ripe old age of 13 years old. And Mark Lenzi continued Greg Louganis's and America's dominance in springboard diving when he won the 92 springboard competition.
Oh, hi Greg. This one's for you. I kind of want to go swimming. I have a Speedo underneath. And this one, this spire you may have seen in many of the promo segments for the games. Also somewhere you don't want to fall if you are skydiving. Oh, there it is. Seeing the cauldron is always my favorite part.
Compared to other Olympic parks, this is just absolutely beautiful. It's very classic. It's very, very indicative of the Catalan region. I mean, if you think about Atlanta, Coke Stadium.
4 years later.
You know? John Mosul Stadium, Seoul was beautiful, and I think they learned a lot, the Spanish organizing community learned a lot from the way the Koreans did it, but I just think this is a gorgeous, timeless park. Sorry.
We're making Tyler put a shirt on to respect Olympic ideals. You can do it on the Great Wall of China, but not here.
Unlike us assholes in the US, they leave it the way it should be.
Yeah.
They didn't take it down for Budweiser.
Yeah, replace it with a beer ad. Oh, amazing. So Tyler, I believe this is what is this now? The 5th Olympic stadium we've been to together?
Yeah, there was Los Angeles.
Beijing. So we were talking about how the 92 Barcelona Olympics put so many things on the map. Two of the greatest moments that happened in Olympic history happened here at this stadium. The first being runner Derrick Redmond tearing his hamstring towards the end of his race, and his dad actually came down from the bleachers and helped him across the finish line. That was awesome.
And the other?
The other one is probably Evelyn Ashford, who became the first woman to win 4 gold medals in track and field for the 4x100. Kobe! One of the cutest mascots in games history. Kobe, the Olympic mascot, is a Catalan sheepdog designed in Cubist style, which is very classic to this region. So, you may have heard me several times before talk about my favorite cauldron lightings of all time. This is actually my second, first being in Sydney. But this cauldron lighting was amazing because a Paralympic archer named Antonio Rebello shot on the last leg of the torch relay a flame, and he actually overshot it a little bit, so there was natural gas coming out of the cauldron, went a little bit over, and everybody thinks that he did that for the safety of the spectators, but really it was planned that way so that would trigger a remote control to light it, but it looked incredible. A couple other things that happened at the ceremonies. South Africa was invited back to the games for the first time since 1960 because they had been banned due to their apartheid policies, so they marched in this opening ceremony for the first time. The Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania regions were allowed to compete for the first time separate from USSR, and all of the other Soviet nations competed under the unified team.
See, everything's just a little funky and I like it. Everything's just a little bit funky.
That the Olympic soundtrack was composed by Freddie Mercury, who was supposed to perform it at the opening ceremony, but sadly he died of AIDS just 8 months before, so they actually just played the track to a montage of highlights from the city. But the closing ceremony song, Amigos para Siempre, was composed by Andrew Lloyd Webber and performed by Sarah Brightman and a Spanish gentleman who I can't remember his name. Sorry. I think it was Jose. You're kidding. Oh, he's not going to be able to do these for much longer. I'm just like picturing this whole area just flooded with people. It's a gorgeous Olympic park and it's very classic. It doesn't feel dated like all of the rest of them do. Tower College Rama. It looks like an antenna, like it's like something for broadcasting. It is?
Yeah, because you know how like the Beijing Tower, the rainbow one that looked like a cutscene?
Yeah.
Alright,
Halu San Jordi.
No shame.
We can add that to the...
I'm big Derrick Redman.
Let me help you,
I hurt my quad dancing.
Hamstring.
I didn't help. Well, I hurt my quad. All right, so do you want to get some?
If only it was an Olympic sport, jazz walking.
We're here in Barcelona, Spain, site of the 1992 Olympic Summer Games. Located behind me is the Palau Sant Jordi, where gymnastics was contested. So as you know, one of the most exciting parts of the 92 Olympics, in my opinion personally, was the great duel between Shannon Miller of the US and Tatiana Gutsu of the unified team. In what is widely known as the tightest all-around competition in Olympic history, Tatiana Gutsu edged out American Shannon Miller for the all-around gold. Still to this day, if you watch those final vaults in that competition, without a doubt, Shannon Miller should have won that gold medal. But, lest we forget, it's the games, and politics are always at play. So we dedicate you, the Palau Sant Jordi, to our favorite Olympic gymnast, Shannon Miller.
Where was tennis?
They did clay courts somewhere.
They did?
Yeah.
Best thing about tennis, pre-drugged out Jennifer Capriati, winning gold medal for the first time at age 16. Was she 16?
Yeah.
She was 16. There were a lot of young athletes in this game. She was?
Yeah. She was like 15.
Incredible.
She was like 15 years old.
Sorry, Jenny. I know it's gone downhill from then.
I want you to tell me what these statues represent.
The 1992 Olympics also symbolized the first time that smokers, chain smokers, children in fact, were allowed to participate in rhythmic gymnastics. So behind me you'll see all sorts of sculptures representing a cigarette butt and the gymnastics ribbon connecting them all, proving that in fact smokers can compete in the Olympics.
Charlie, if what would the Spanish win an Olympic medal in?
Without a doubt, chain smoking.
Excellent.
No, I think we're both gonna fall in. This is like so just symbolic, and I think at one point there was some water in here. I don't know what's in here now. Oh my god.
You know, admitted to the games.
Well, even as an American who goes to the Olympics, though, I've never really been interested in it. We're talking about how this was also the first Olympics that ever featured baseball as a sport, and it will be no longer. Olympic recess Annies. Olympic recess Annies.
I have so many dirty pictures of me making out with recess like.
Okay, here's the actual swimming pool. Any swimming highlights off the top of your head?
Oh, countless. The emergence of Chinese, all of a sudden out of nowhere winning quite a few gold medals. Li Jingyi, for instance, in 1500 free. Jenny Thompson, this was her first Olympics. Matt Biondu, it was his last Olympics, he had a very underwhelming performance. You know, it was good games for the US. Summer Sanders, obviously. This is her breakout games.
And of course, lest we forget, Mark Tewksbury. This was his Olympics where he won his gold. His or. Woo!